things seem so overwhelming after 40. Have you ever noticed how these days maybe a lot of things overwhelm you? Like what seem like they should be tiny, they shouldn't, they are tiny things. Like you get one more notification, you have to make one more decision, you get one more text to reply to, one more thing someone needs from you, and it feels like your brain just says, all right, we're done here. Like it just completely overwhelms you and shuts down. And so most women are made believe that this is aging and that they're becoming less capable, but I don't think that's what's happening. And I want to really talk about it so you can understand how your brain operates. Your brain isn't overwhelmed by one thing, okay? It's overwhelmed by everything. See, your brain loves to categorize, okay? And in this today's day and age, you have emails, you have texts, you have WhatsApp, you have Messenger, you have Slack, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Amazon deliveries, you have kids, you have work, you have bills, you have calendars. Each one of them is tiny, but together, this is a serious cognitive clutter. So your brain never gets to fully exhale. So second thing I want you to think about is every unfinished task occupies brain space. Now, this is one that surprised me and has surprised a lot of people. It's called Zeigarnik effect. You can look it up, Zeigarnik effect. People remember unfinished tasks better than the completed ones. So your brain keeps these active because it doesn't want to lose them. Why do you have 37 tabs open on a computer? That's 37 times your computer. That's probably 37 times 16 what's in your head. So imagine having 27 unfinished tasks. 3 of them are messages, 3 of them are emails, 4 of them are messengers, and your brain is holding all of them. This is why you're tired. Next, your brain burns energy switching tasks. There's been many studies done on multitasking and how efficient it is. And we as women have been trained to multitask because we have to. And our brain does operate differently than men's. We can multitask, but we are still doing it at the expense of our energy. Why? Because you're switching tasks. Your brain has to reorient itself. Every time you're doing something, you get interrupted, your brain has to bring energy back to figure out what it was, where it stopped, what it was thinking about. Researchers call this switching costs. So it's not that you're just losing time, it's that you're burning mental energy. No wonder you're tired. Next, notifications don't just interrupt you. They change your brain's expectations. Okay, this is absolutely fascinating. Once your brain gets used to frequent interruptions. Okay, let me check the phone. Oh, notification. Oh, email. Oh, this notification. It starts expecting them. So that's why silence can start feeling uncomfortable and your brain's waiting for needing the dopamine hit. That is why some people check their phones without realizing it. I teach my clients to log out of the apps because when you go to log back in, you'll be like, wait, I didn't even want to go there. Is this the best thing for me right now? Turn off all notifications. Why do you think these apps have little bubbles that tell you how many notifications you have? And then you open notifications, you're like, this wasn't even important stuff. Something to think about. Next thing, decision fatigue is very real. By the end of the day, you've decided what to wear, what to eat, who to answer to, how to answer, whether to buy something or not, whether to say yes, whether to say no, whether to work, whether to check out for the day, whether to exercise, whether to not exercise. So the big question of what's for dinner feels impossible. It's not because deciding that is hard. It's because you had 1,000 decisions to make before that. Next, and this is becoming like my saying, 40s don't play. And here's why 40s don't play. Your 20s, you get away with a lot. Your 30s starts whispering. 40s don't play. They expose every single system that you're using that no longer works. They expose your poor sleep. They expose your chronic stress. They expose chaos. They expose you trying to do everything yourself because nobody does it as good as me. They are not punishing you. I want you to hear me. They're asking you to raise your standards. They're not allowing you to be the people pleaser and everything to everybody anymore. They're like, listen, Quinn, I let you run around on these standards for a really long time, and now I need you to up your standards. We're not getting away with things because we're not supposed to get away with things. Raise your standards. That's what 40s are saying. Or you're going to wake up in 50s unable to recognize yourself, full of rage, not knowing what happened with your body, and not knowing why everybody's avoiding you. 40s don't play. The solution isn't in becoming tougher and dealing with more. It's becoming more strategic, smarter. People who are into high performance don't ask, how can I squeeze more out of my brain? They ask, how can I stop wasting my brain's energy, my energy? That's it. So a big question for this week is, where are you wasting your brain's energy that could be fixed? Sometimes that's going to require you to change the systems. Sometimes it's going to require you to set new boundaries. Sometimes it's going to require you to change your whole identity. It doesn't matter because of what you want is on the other end. I don't think anybody wants to wake up in 50s not knowing what the hell happened. You still have a choice. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed lately and you feel like things are getting disorganized, it's not motivation. Motivation we're not even counting on. That's an emotion that comes and goes. And before someone tells you or decide you're getting too old, let's stop that. I want you to ask yourself a question. This is your question for the week. How much unnecessary work has my brain been doing every single day? Because your brain doesn't need more pressure. It needs better conditions. Your brain and your body are your biggest assets. If you don't prioritize them, you're turning them into the worst, costly liabilities. So 40s are going to make you hear them. Or you can keep ignoring, but these things never, ever, ever go away on their own. Your brain fog, your lack of energy, your memory issues, your anxiety, your sleeplessness, your insomnia, your waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. All of these are messages from your brain. All of these are messages from your body telling you this is not going to work anymore. No, this is just not going to work anymore. You're going to need to tell some people no. You're going to need to set some new boundaries. So if you want to find simple solutions for your brain throughout the day, if you want to find things that are less than 3 minutes long on what you can do throughout the day to get your brain back online, to get it focused on the task at hand, to get more done, grab my toolkit. It's a 3-minute brain reset toolkit. It's $27. You have 4 tools in there. 2 of them are like 30 seconds or less. You do in between calls, in between tasks that are going to allow you to get more things done throughout the day, not multitask. Get the brain energy back. Stay focused on one task. Turn notifications off. I explain why it works, how it works. I explain everything. You have it written, you have video, you have audio. And then for the time being, for the next week or so, I believe, a few more days, the bonus is the Reset Trilogy, with 3 reset meditations to help you fall asleep. The other one is to help you go back to sleep if you woke up midnight. And the third one is before work to help you focus on task at hand. They're all 3 minutes each. Yes, lots of 3s because that's how I roll. Grab it right now. And then you're also going to get another few bonuses, which we'll talk about later. I will be here in a few days for another live. Make sure to follow, make sure to comment below, and let me know if you have